Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the Real Madrid preview to Alavés against Real Madrid. Today's video is actually going out slightly later as well. Apologies, but of course the preview will still have to be done, and here we are. But yeah, Real Madrid take on Alavés away from home. For the final game of the year, obviously at the Mendy Zorotza Stadium. You know, definitely did not Google it. And we want to end the year on a high. We want to end the year with a win, and let's go out there and let's prove that. Let's go out there and let's show that, because I'm recording this after Almeria against Barca, and Barcelona, not convincingly, against bottom of the league at home, but they got the job done. Atletico, though, slip up at home against Getafe, but those results kind of help us in a way that, Atletico Madrid have dropped even more points. Barca still 4 points behind with obviously a game more played. Real Madrid win back to 7 points clear, absolutely perfect, and we will be with a win 10 points clear of Atletico as well, right? And you look at the table, Girona have got Real Betis away. I think they're going to win that. So that pretty much puts them, once again, 2 points clear heading into the new year. But it's fine, because you need to remember that eventually we will play Girona. And we are the only team this season to have beaten Girona, right? We are the only team to have done so. Barca couldn't do it. We're not sure what Atletico Madrid are going to show, because I'm pretty sure Girona play Atletico, in the next game, right, at Girona. So Girona have the advantage. So Real Madrid are the only team, and we did it away as well against Girona, by the way. So, it's just that Real Madrid have slipped up. Like the game against Rayo Vallecano for Real Madrid is a must win. We played probably the best we played all season, and then we go out there and we couldn't score. But that is a thing for the past, really. We look forward now. We look to the future. And this is a perfect opportunity for Real Madrid to continue keeping, in that zone with Girona. Because at this moment, if it continues being 7 points clear of Barca, and Girona are still 9 points clear, I want to say. It is pretty much a two-horse race in the title. Unless Barca can sort themselves out in the January transfer window, Atletico Madrid will have to find 5-6 games of form where they just got on a winning streak. But Barcelona are closer to Athletic Club than to Girona. That's crazy. But we're not here to talk about that. Let's talk about Alavés and their results, which have been pretty mixed. They're currently 15th in the table. They're 3 points clear of safety. So if Celta Vigo win and Alavés lose, it's pretty huge. I have no idea who Celta Vigo are playing. All I know is that Alavés are on the same point as Sevilla and 3 points of Villarreal. So it's really, if they win, good. If they draw, probably good. If they lose, bad for them. But their last game was, funnily enough, against Girona away, against the top of the league. They were away from home. They lost 3-0. But we'll talk about their home games. They lost to Las Palmas at home, who are actually doing well. Let's not disrespect Las Palmas. They are 9th, I think. They're doing pretty well. They beat Granada at home, but it's Granada. They beat Almeria at home. You should be beating them. Can I just say, they beat this team, Deportivo Murcia, in the first round of the Copa del Rey, 10-0. I just want to point that out. They were away, I think, but I just want to point that out because that's funny. They drew Real Betis at home. That's a good result for them. But then they lost to Osasuna. They lost to Athletic Club Bilbao. They beat Valencia. They somehow beat Sevilla. And that's pretty much their season. So it's up and down, really. You see some wins, against Almeria and Valencia, but then you see losses against Bilbao, Osasuna, and Las Palmas. there are mid-table teams. So realistically, even mid-table teams can go over there away and get a result. Real Madrid should be able to, and that is the key. In terms of key players for them, obviously Yanis Hadji, the son of Giorgio Hadji, who actually, fun fact, I'm pretty sure most people know this, but played for Real Madrid and Barcelona. He's one of a few. I think there's about 10, 11 players who have done so. There have been a few actually. Ben Schuster, obviously Figo, R9, many different players. But yeah, but they've got obviously Real Madrid players, ex Rafa Marin, who obviously is out on loan there. Obviously, with what's going on right now with Alaba, there were reports that Real Madrid would consider bringing him back, but I think it will be a very complicated deal because recalling a player halfway through the season doesn't always just go one way, really, and I don't really find that as a viable option because I don't know if he's ready enough. I haven't watched Alavés, I haven't watched Rafa Marin. Obviously, Antonio Blanco, ex-Real Madrid, he's there permanently now. Kike Garcia, and a few more players. But I'll definitely watch out for Yanis Hadji because he's probably the one player in there that might do something. But in terms of a main man, would you consider Omar Rodion as a main man? Probably not, really. I don't know how he's been doing so far, but look, right, they are not like Villarreal. The last time I was on here against Villarreal, I said look up for someone like Gerard Moreno. You know, he could be the danger maker. He wasn't. I think it was more Morales, but Villarreal didn't hurt us, and they played probably better than we would have expected them to. Now you're playing against a team that are even lower in the league. You have to win these games. These are the kind of games that you can't slip up in a season. For the game, for Real Madrid wise, in terms of form, Villarreal, like I said, last Liga game, Real Betis away, a draw. But it's these little draws that is the reason why we are behind Girona. Real Betis, Real Vallecano, and Sevilla. And obviously we lost to Atletico Madrid as well. In terms of injuries, right, for Real Madrid, Alavés have two players out, Settler and Baldini. Real Madrid, literally, right, Joselu is now out, right? I think he says he has an illness, so he's not gonna start. Camavinga, Vinicius Junior, Folomandi, Adam Militao, Arda Güler, David Alaba, Carvajal, and Courtois all out. Now, obviously, we know Alaba after the game against Villarreal, but Joselu has apparently just picked up an illness and is not going to be fit enough to play against his former side. So, before I continue talking a lot, this is my starting 11. Kepa in goal. This really kind of, concerns me. Not really, but it kind of, makes me feel like what's going on. Against Union Berlin, I said Lunin should start. He started Kepa. And then against Villarreal, I said, you know what, Kepa might start. And he played, I think, Lunin, didn't he? This really is pretty confusing. If you think about it, it actually is. So, we don't know who the main choice keeper is. We actually don't. But I still think Kepa will play. Back four, it has to be Vasquez, it has to be Rudiger. I would not like to see Tchouaméni start. I would rather Nacho, because just start a centre back. And then we'll discuss what we need in January later on. And there have been internal discussions, but there's not been a decision made yet. And Fran Garcia, because apparently I saw Mendy was out, or is going to be out for another week or something with a short muscle injury or something. But if that is the case, there is a back five. There's no backup. You've got Mendy out, Alaba out, two subs out, Carvajal is injured, out. The only bench option you probably have, who do you even have defensively anymore? Literally you have no one. He's going to have to bring on Vinicius Tobias if he was to change Lucas Vasquez, for example. I remember a few weeks ago we said, okay, you know what, at least we had, Fran Garcia, at least we had Nacho, at least we had Lucas Vasquez on the bench. Now we don't even have anyone defensively. Midfield is looking better. Ceballos, Tchouaméni could come on. I expect Tchouaméni to start, but I've gone with Modric, Cruz, Valverde. but I do expect Tchouaméni to start. Front three: Bellingham, Rodrigo, Brahim Diaz. There's no Joselu in this apparently, and there's no one else. That is the issue with the attack. There's no one else who can do it. So this stubbornness to not sign an attacker will cost us. Lastly, to add, news today that the Super League is back. We haven't talked about the Super League in about a year now. Look, personally, I did say in the past that I've been against it, simply because, well, I will say this, right? Because I feel like there isn't really a structure to the tournament. Like, I really like the current Champions League format. If this UCL format is here to stay, I'll be against it. But I'm almost sort of thinking I'm okay with the Super League if the UCL format is gonna stay the way it is for next season. Because it's basically the same thing. Like, UEFA are gonna have a 36 team league, right? 36 teams qualify, including one country getting an extra 5th place spot, right? And you're going to have to play random teams in your league. You're going to play top 8 go through, 9 to 24 play a 2-leg game, 8 of those teams go through, and then you play that. That is just complicated, and that is almost unfair, because you could finish 24th and still win the Champions League. If they were to do that, I would just say, you know what, there is no difference with the new UCL format than a Super League where you just add 64 teams, everyone fight each other, everyone play each other, it doesn't really matter. So, I'm not saying I support the Super League because of, what it is. I'm just saying that in the past, I did really dislike it, but I don't support it now. I just say it doesn't really make much of a difference compared to the current or new UCL format that they're going to give out next year. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the bell if you did. Subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.